bubbling in this cauldron here these next 2 days is revolutionary, disruptive, hopeful, even inspirational. And what comes out of this particular gathering matters.
Phrases like fast agriculture and slow money and nurture capital and innate value, and maybe even heroic grunt, begin to give us a vocabulary with which we can have our new conversation. I want to get down into the linguistic soil and get our hands dirty, and I want us to have a little fun, since economics is such a dismally dull science and humor a much-needed antidote. So, bear with me and entertain for a few playful moments the idea of turning the concept of fiduciary responsibility around all the way down to the very word itself. So here it is, a new term to contribute to our new conversation. A few of us are here today as fiduciaries, but all of us are here today as budding fiduciaries.
So you have already started the revolution. A very calm and peaceful revolution. But you have started it.
We are becoming conscious of the fact that the quality of food used to be something normal, but today it's becoming a luxury.
And that, my friends, is the essential work of our time, to make homecoming possible and this time to do it better.
Farming is a very low margin activity, and farmers aren't going to finance these infrastructure gaps. That is up to us. It's up to you, it's up to everyone as in communities to come together.
It was about 30 years ago, my father said to me, he's passed on, he said, Winona, you're a really, really smart young woman, but I don't want to hear your philosophy if you can't grow corn. And now we grow these varieties that are 500, 600 years old. And when they had the crop failure last year, 40% drought, our corn was still there. When those big winds came through, they blew down Monsanto's fields, but our corn was still there.
And by saying, I really think that people wake up in the morning and they don't only need food, clothing, and shelter. I think there's an intrinsic part of us that desperately wants to make something happen. We want to go to bed at night knowing something resulted of our being awake that day, and preferably something good.
Expansion and getting bigger and more numerous and taking over more territory doesn't really work for us anymore. So when we're in the middle of this spiritual and physical and economic revolution, and slow money, I think, is one of a few things that are happening that perfectly distill some of the most important chemicals that are going to go into the new human existence on the planet.
And the place to start are the 25 entrepreneurs that will be presenting here tomorrow, because the selection process started from an understanding of their contribution to the fertility of the soil, to the protection of the biodiversity, to the health of their community and local ecosystem, and to their relationship to place and culture. So what we need to do now is take all our capital and align it with our values.
We started out with a simple query to our food community, looking for one farmer to plant 10 acres of white Sonora wheat, one chef to passionately support local grains, and a food community that believes in restoring the goodness of grains.
We will ramp up our purchasing with working capital right here in Colorado, and we will also use capital to begin our national rollout of Source the Food app.